Prabhuji, you can end with Narsimha.
Okay. Narasimha शरणं प्रपद्ये नरसिंहमतिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नागाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् ललिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुशृङ्गाम् केशवधृताधरैरुपः जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज। थैंक यू।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shivananda Prabhu, Mataji, and my very dear friend Anjan. How are you keeping? A big Hare Krishna mantra from all of us in Shamadesh for your good health. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you for the wonderful Kirtan, Prabhu. So nice. So nice. Hare Hare. This Prabhu, has Prabhuji joined? He's making a co-host.
Prabhu, Nova 4 is Prabhu is in Nova 4 name, I think so, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu is joined. Prabhu. I can see him. He's joined. He's joined. I just saw him on the video.
Hari Hari Wo.
Hari Hari. Jai Prabhuji, Atmaram Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam to you. Hare Krishna. So nice to have you, Darshan. So, Hemango Prabhuji is not in today for the translation, I think, right?
Yes. Hey.
Ajay, Jai, you will come. Okay, great. Normally, you are always there. Atmaram Prabhuji, is it possible to get a little closer view of maybe? Is it possible or is it?
Little closer.
Yeah, little.
Let's see. It's okay?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's much more better. And
Yeah.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes, the hearing also slightly, it has to be improved, I think slightly. It is there, but there's a slight backdrop. This is the best, okay. No problem, because I can understand the Wi-Fi sometimes. So I request all the devotees after the introduction and all to switch off their videos so that the wave back is more from Prabhuji's side for us to get his nectar. So let me please introduce His Grace Atmaram Prabhuji to you all. We're very fortunate to have senior you can say ISKCON follower. He's joined in 1977 with ISKCON, and one of the most prominent Kirtaniyas. We all grew up hearing him, and he has got so many CDs. You must have heard the Radhe Jai Jai Madhava Daite, the famous song that we always used to love so much. Prabhuji has launched those CDs so many years back, and he's one of the very good preachers we have from Spanish background, but he's been in Vrindavan for many years. Always his heart is Vrindavan. And Prabhuji also takes a lot of seminars. He has been to Shamadesh a few times before. Physically also we had his nectar. So today I requested him, and he has given his time to bless us all. So Hemango Prabhuji, you can just translate so that and welcoming Prabhuji, big Hare Krishna also. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. तो हमारा बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य है कि हमारे बहुत ही वरिष्ठ जो भक्त हैं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कृष्ण भाव आंदोलन में, उन्होंने 1977 में इन्होंने सम्मिलित हुए थे और स्पेन से है देखा जाए तो ये, लेकिन काफी सालों से वृंदावन में और बहुत अच्छा कीर्तन करते हैं। और हमारे शाम देश में भी इन्होंने कई बार हमारा व्यक्तिगत रूप से इनका संग हमें मिल चुका है। तो हम लोग हमारा आज बहुत बहुत सौभाग्य कि आज हमारे बीच पधारे हैं। हरे कृष्णा।
I also request the devotees to Ythashakti pay on PayPal. I'll be putting the link for Prabhuji so that he can use it for the seva of Vaishnavas. So that will be up to you to decide.
तो किसी को दान अगर देना है तो वो लिंक हम भेजेंगे, तो प्रभु जी के लिए दान आप दे सकते हैं ताकि वो है ना भगवान की सेवा में यूज उसका उपयोग कर सके।
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, over to you. Dhanur Pranam.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, over to you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me to be with you on such a special day today. So we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, the text that you told me, from the second chapter and second canto, fifth chapter, text 38. Okay, but we are going to start with Kirtan.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You need to translate?
ओके, तो हम लोगों का बहुत मैं आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ कि आप लोगों ने मुझे यहाँ पे आमंत्रित किया। और हम लोग आज जो चर्चा करने जा रहे हैं वो श्रीमद् भागवतम के दूसरे स्कंद से 5वें अध्याय से 38वें श्लोक से हम चर्चा करने जा रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके पहले हम थोड़ा सा कीर्तन करेंगे। हरे कृष्णा।
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Follow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. So we'll start with Jayo Radha Madhava. So let's start the class. Now we will read from Bhagavatam. The people are responding?
Yes.
Yes. Because I cannot hear you, and then it becomes very
No,
strange.
because of the echo problem, Prabhuji, we keep it less. Not many people can come on because it's muted. Otherwise, each one's voice will come different times until discontinue your this thing.
Understand. Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Vikari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Vikari Jayo Gopi Janavalava Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Gopi Janavalava Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Girivaradari Yashodanandana Jayo Gajayanarajana Yashodanandana Jayo Gajayanarajana Yamunatiravanachari Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Yamunatiravanachari Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Gopi Janavalava Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Gopi Janavalava Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Girivaradari Yashodanandana Jayo Prajajanarajana Yashodanandana Jayo Prajajanarajana Yamunatiravanachari Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Yamunatiravanachari Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunjavikari Jayo Gopi Janavalava Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Girivaradari Yashodanandana Jayo Gajayanaranja Yashodanandana Jayo Gajayanaranja Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jayo Yamikari Jayo Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jayo Yamikari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Yamikari Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Yamikari Jai Shri Shiva Madhavaki.
Jai.
So we will sing Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You can sing along with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Jai Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai.
Jai.
So we will start reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji, okay.
Okay. So for the Canto 2, Chapter 5, Text 38. Burloka kalpita padhyam, Bhuvarloko syanavita, Rida Svarloka urasa, Maharloko mahatmana. Burloka kalpita padhyam, Bhuvarloko syanavita, Rida Svarloka urasa, Maharloko mahatmana. Burloka kalpita padhyam, Bhuvarlokosya nabhita, Rida Svarloka urasa, Maharloko mahatmana. So word by word. Buhu,
Bhu,
the lower planetary systems up to the stratum of the earth.
the lower planetary system up to the stratum of the earth.
Lokaha,
Lokaha, the planets.
Kalpitaha,
Kalpitaha,
it is so imagined or said.
it is so amazing or said.
Padhyam,
Padhyam,
out of the legs.
out of the legs.
Bhuvaha,
Bhuva,
the upper.
the upper.
Lokaha,
Lokaha,
planetary system.
the planetary system.
Asya,
Asya,
of him, the Lord.
of him, the Lord.
Navitaha,
Nabhitaha,
from the navel abdomen.
from the navel abdomen.
Rida,
Hirda,
by the heart.
by the heart.
Svarlokaha,
Sarlokaha,
the planetary systems occupied by the demigods.
the planetary systems occupied by the demigods.
Urasa,
Purasa,
by the chest.
by the chest.
Maharloka,
Maharloka,
the planetary systems occupied by the great sages and saints.
the planetary system occupied by the great sages and saints.
Mahatmana,
Mahatmana,
the supreme personality of Godhead.
the supreme personality of Godhead.
Translation and purport for His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
The Prabhupada ki jai.
The lower planetary systems up to the limit of the earthly stratum are to say be situated on his legs. The middle planetary systems beginning from Bhuvarloka are situated in his navel. And still higher planetary systems occupied by the demigods and highly cultural sages and saints are situated in the chest of the Supreme Lord. So please repeat after me. The lower planetary systems
The lower planetary systems
up to the limit of the earthly stratum
up to the limit of the earthly stratum
are said to be situated in his legs.
are said to be situated in his legs.
The middle planetary systems
The middle planetary systems
beginning from Bhuvarloka
beginning from Bhurvaloka
are situated in his navel.
are situated in his navel.
And still higher planetary systems
And the still higher planetary systems
occupied by the demigods
occupied by the demigods
and highly cultured sages and saints
and highly cultured sages and saints
are situated in the chest of the Supreme Lord.
are situated in the chest of the Supreme Lord.
Purport. There are 14 spheres of planetary systems within this universe. The lower system is called Bhurloka. The middle systems are Bhuvarloka. And the higher planetary systems up to Brahmaloka, the highest planetary system of the universe, are called Varloka. and all of them situated on the body of the Lord. In other words, no one within this universe is without a relationship with the Lord.
प्रभु उसमें लेके जाइए, हिंदी में लेके जाइए.
Yeah.
ओके ओके, तो हम लोग अनुवाद और तात्पर्य श्रील प्रभुपाद के द्वारा स्कंद 2 है, अध्याय 5, श्लोक नंबर 38 है. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. पृथ्वी तल तक सारे अधोलोक उनके पांव में स्थित है. भूवर लोक इत्यादि मध्य लोक उनकी नाभि में स्थित है. और इनसे भी उच्चतर लोक जो देवताओं तथा सुसंस्कृत ऋषियों मुनियों द्वारा निवसित है, वे भगवान के वक्ष स्थल में स्थित है. तात्पर्य श्रील प्रभुपाद का जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. इस ब्रह्मांड के अंतर्गत 14 लोक है. अधोलोक भूल लोक कहलाते हुए बीच के भूवर लोक तथा ब्रह्मांड तक के सर्वोच्च लोक ब्रह्म लोक है. वहां तक के सारे ऊर्ध्व लोक स्वर लोक कहलाते हैं. ये सभी लोग भगवान के शरीर में स्थित है. दूसरे शब्दों में इस ब्रह्मांड के भीतर कोई ऐसा लोक नहीं है जिसका संबंध भगवान के साथ ना हो. हरे कृष्णा.
Okay. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurumilitan Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So here in this chapter called the cross of all causes, Sarva Karana Karanam. We are going to translate?
यस यस.
Okay.
तो ये अध्याय का नाम है, वह है सब कारणों के कारण. सब कारण कारणम.
So Lord Brahma is replying to the questions of Narada Muni, his son.
तो यहाँ पे जो ब्रह्मा जी जो नारद मुनि ने जितने प्रश्न पूछे थे उनका उत्तर दे रहे हैं.
So Narada Muni inquired from his father, who is behind your powers? Who is behind all your amazing manifestation of this universe? You know?
तो यहाँ नारद मुनि पूछते कि कौन सी जो ऐसा कोई आपसे भी ज्यादा ऊंचा शक्ति है जो आपने इतना ज्यादा जो सृष्टि की रचना की, उसके पीछे किसका हाथ है.
So Lord Brahma, he's pleased with Narada Muni's questions because ordinary people are bewildered by the creation of Lord Brahma without knowing who is behind this creation.
ये ब्रह्मा जी नारद मुनि के प्रश्न से बहुत अति प्रसन्न हुए, क्योंकि जो सामान्य लोग तो साधारणतः ब्रह्मा जी का ये चमत्कार समझते, ब्रह्मा जी का ये समझते जो सृष्टि की रचना ब्रह्मा जी ने किया, सब कुछ ब्रह्मा जी कर रहे हैं. लेकिन उनको ये नहीं मालूम है कि इसके पीछे, सृष्टि के पीछे कौन है, किसका हाथ है और किसकी शक्ति काम कर रही है, ये नहीं उनको मालूम है.
So Lord Brahma, he's happy with the question of his son Narada Muni, and he started to explain how the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the cause of all causes.
तो आपने उनसे, नारद जी अपने पुत्र उनके से उनसे प्रश्न से प्रसन्न होके वो फिर उत्तर देते हैं कि कैसे ये जो सृष्टि का जो कारण कौन है, सृष्टि की रचना किससे की है, किसका हाथ है, इसके कौन, इसके पीछे किसकी शक्ति है, वो सब इसको अभी समझा रहे हैं.
So Lord Brahma and through the whole chapter start to explain, the whole process of creation and, who is above these planets, lower planetary system, higher planetary system, and give you the whole explanation about the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
तो यहाँ पे अभी फिर ब्रह्मा जी पूरा उसको समझा रहे हैं कि नीचे के लोक है वो ऊर्ध्व लोक है, अधो लोक है, और बीच का हमारे जो पृथ्वी लोक है, और उनके शरीर में किस किस भाग में कैसे स्थित है, ये पूरी उसके बारे में पूरा विस्तार से उसको वर्णन करके उसको समझा रहे हैं नारद मुनि को.
So he explained that the Lord is beyond this material perception due to the modes of nature.
तो उनको बता रहे हैं कि ये जितने भी जो नीचे के जो हैं लोग, वो सब प्रकृति के 3 गुणों द्वारा ही रक्षित है. वो प्रकृति उन गुणों के अंतर्गत काम करते हैं वो सब.
But he is the controller of everyone.
लेकिन जो भगवान है सबके नियंत्रण करता है, सबको नियंत्रण करते हैं भगवान.
So in this chapter now is explaining about these 14 planetary systems, by which there are 7 lower planetary systems and 7 higher planetary systems.
तो इस अध्याय में 14 लोकों के बारे में बताया गया है कि जो 7 जो लोग हैं नीचे के अधो लोक हैं और ऊर्ध्व लोक जो ऊपर के लोक हैं 7 लोग, ये पूरा 14 लोकों के बारे में इसको विस्तार से जानकारी दी गई है।
So all of them, they are within the creation of the Lord. They are not independent of the Lord.
तो जितने भी ये इनकी जो लोक हैं, ये जितनी भी जो इनकी सृष्टि की रचना हुई है अलग अलग लोकों की, वो सब भगवान के नियंत्रण में, भगवान के अंतर्गत ही आते हैं। भगवान के अनुसार सबके साथ संबंध है भगवान का उनका।
So it is explained that the lower planetary systems are residing on the legs of the Lord.
जैसे यहाँ पे ये बताया गया है कि जो नीचे के जो लोक हैं वो भगवान की जो टांगे हैं उनमें स्थित है।
Like Atala is in the waist,
और जो उसके जो बीच के जो लोक हैं वो उनकी जो कमर पे स्थित है वो,
Vitala is in the thighs,
और जो वित्तल लोक है वो उनके जो बाजुएं के जो है जंघाएं हैं उधर स्थित है,
Sutala is in the knees,
और उसके जो सुतल है वो उनके घुटनों पे स्थित है,
Tala is in the shanks,
और तल है उनके नीचे है, फिर घुटनों के नीचे वाले हिस्से में,
Mahatala in the ankles,
और महातल है उनके एड़ियों में है,
Rasatala in the upper feet,
तो रसातल है ऊपर स्थित है,
and Patala in the soles of the feet.
लेकिन जो पाताल है उनके जो पैरों के तलुओं हैं उसमें स्थित है।
And then also explain that the higher planetary systems cover the upper side of the body of the Lord.
तो जितने जो ऊर्ध्व लोक हैं वो भगवान के जो ऊपरी ही जो उनके शरीर के हिस्से के हैं सब लोग उसके ऊपर के हिस्से में स्थित है।
So the first is like a Burloka, that is the Martya Loka, is the Earth planet.
तो ये जो पहला जो भूर लोक जिसको बोलते हैं इसको मर्त्य लोक भी बोलते हैं, और ये हमारी पृथ्वी ग्रह है, हमारा जो पृथ्वी लोक है ये।
And then it's Bhubarloka, where the sun and moon and all planets are residing.
तो उसके ऊपर फिर भूवर लोक है जहाँ पे जितने भी जो सूर्य चंद्र वगैरह जितने भी है वो सब वहाँ पे उनको स्थित है वो।
And then it's Swarloka, where Lord Indra and the demigods reside.
इसके बाद स्वर्ग लोक का आता है जहाँ पे जो देवी देवता और इंद्र सब वहाँ पे स्थित है वो।
And Upper is Maharloka, where the great rishis and sages are residing.
और इसके ऊपर जो महल लोक है जहाँ में बड़े बड़े ऋषि मुनि हैं वो संत लोग हैं वहाँ पे वास करते हैं।
And then Janaloka,
इसके बाद जन लोक आता है,
which is highly intelligent, amazing power. You know, highly intelligent people with amazing power.
तो जितने भी जो बहुत सारे जो लोग हैं जिनका बहुत ही ज्यादा बुद्धिमान, अति बुद्धिमान है और बहुत सारी उनमें शक्तियां हैं, यौगिक शक्तियां हैं, वो वहां पे रहते हैं।
And then above Janaloka is Tapaloka, immortal being.
तो जन लोक के ऊपर भी एक तप लोक है जो कि अमरता के करीब करीब आता है।
The immortal beings, pure souls.
व्हाट इज दैट?
Pure souls.
तो ये जो है
Sudatma people.
तो ये जो है ये जो लोक है ऊपर का जो लोक है वो उनके जो बीच का जो हिस्सा है उनमें आते हैं।
And then the topmost is Satyaloka.
और सबसे ऊपर जो लोक है सत्य लोक सबसे ऊपर आता है।
That is where the supreme consciousness resides, Brahmaloka.
तो सबसे ज्यादा उच्च जो कोटि की जो चेतना वाले हैं वो है सब ब्रह्मलोक में रहते हैं।
Okay, so this is the explanation that we are giving about the different planetary systems and the locations.
यहाँ पे भगवान के द्वारा जो है वो अलग अलग जो लोक हैं उनका अलग अलग हिस्सों पे कहाँ स्थित है भगवान को उसके बारे में इसकी वर्णन किया गया है।
So Lord Brahma is explaining here that Krishna is above all the different planets.
तो यहाँ पे नारद मुनि फिर समझा रहे हैं कि जो कृष्ण है, ये जितने भी जो नीचे के जो लोग हैं, इन सब से ऊपर है वो.
So the Brahma says in the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Paramaha Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So Krishna is the supreme Ishvara, the supreme controller. Is
तो यहाँ
the which form is Satchitananda, full of eternity, knowledge and bliss.
यहाँ पे ब्रह्मा जी से ब्रह्म संहिता में भी बता रहे हैं कि जो कृष्णा का जो रूप है वो है ना सच्चिदानंद है, पूर्ण रूप से ज्ञान पूर्ण में पूर्ण है, पूर्ण रूप से सत्य है, पूर्ण रूप से आनंदित है और सनिचित है.
So he's an Anadi Radhi Govinda. Govinda is the beginning of end of everything.
तो यहाँ जो गोविंद है हर चीज का आरंभ है और सबका अंत भी है वो.
And he is Sarva Karana Karanam, the cause of all causes.
और जितने भी जो कारण है उन सबके कारणों का कारण है ये.
That is what is given the title to this chapter, to this, the chapter 5, Sarva Karana Karanam.
इससे यहाँ पे शीर्षक भी इसी अध्याय में दिया गया है, सब कारणों के कारण.
So, in the Brahma Samhita, the commentaries by Srila Jiva Goswami,
ब्रह्म संहिता में जो है ना श्रील जी गोस्वामी ने अपना टीका टिप्पणियां की उन्होंने.
he said, the truth is as follows. This mundane, there are 14 spheres disposed in great order and high and low.
तो यहाँ हम बता रहे जो सत्य ये है कि पूरे जो 14 लोग है नीचे के साथ साथ ऊपर के ये सब टोटल कुल मिला के 14 लोग जो भौतिक जगत है वो.
Persons living with wives and children, hankering for the pleasure-giving effect.
तो जितने भी जो अपने जो गृहस्थ लोग हैं जो अपनी पत्नी और बच्चों के साथ में रहते हैं वो हमेशा अपने व्यक्तिगत इंद्रिय तृप्ति में लगे रहते हैं.
The pleasure-giving effect of their fruitive actions move up and down within the limits of the three worlds.
तो जितना भी जो उनका जो भी उनकी जो जितनी भी क्रियाएं प्रतिक्रियाएं पूरे तीनों लोकों में उसी उन्हीं तक ही सीमित रहती है, जो भौतिक लोकों तक ही सीमित रहती है.
These three words are Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha.
और ये तीन जो शब्द है भू भुआ और स्वहा स्वरा.
The brahmacharis of great austerities, ascetics, and persons addicted to the hypothetical truth.
तो जितने भी जो ब्रह्मचारी हैं वो सब जो ये इनके लोकों में यहाँ पे स्थित रहते हैं और जो बहुत ज्यादा जो तपस्या में लीन रहते हैं वो लोग यहाँ पे रहते हैं.
They are with aptitude to seek to be free from the mundane desires.
और उनका यही भाव रहता है कि हम जितने भी जो भौतिक इच्छा है उनसे हम कैसे हम हमेशा मुक्त रहें, उनकी यही एक इच्छा रहती है.
Move up and down within the limits of the worlds Maha, Janaha, Tapaha, and Satya.
और उसके बाद जो ये जब अपना तपस्या करते करते ऊपर उठते हैं ये तो महर जन तप और सत्य लोग यहाँ तक ये पहुंचते हैं तपस्या करते करते.
So above this wall lies the abode of four-headed Brahma.
तो यहाँ पे जो सृष्टि है ये ना 4 चतुर्भुज ब्रह्मा है उसके द्वारा ये चलाया जा रहा है, उसके द्वारा इसका.
Above lies the unlimited will of Vaikuntha of Vishnu.
तो ये लेकिन उनकी इच्छा से ही ये चलता है. इच्छा जो है वो भगवान विष्णु की इच्छा से ही करते हैं ब्रह्मा जी जो कुछ करते हैं.
Where Kshirodakasayi Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk.
तो क्षीरोदक्षाई विष्णु है वो है ना क्षीर सागर में वास करते हैं जो दूध का सागर है.
Paramahansa sannyasis and the demons killed by Sri Hari by crossing the Viraj.
तो जितने भी जो लोग हैं जो बीच के जो जितने भी जो भगवान द्वारा किसी के जब वो वध किया जाता है वो सब नीचे के लोकों में जाते हैं.
By passing beyond the 14 worlds, enter in the luminous realm of Brahman.
लेकिन जब कोई वो कभी जब उनके द्वारा उद्धार होने पे वो जो 14 लोग जितने भी जो भौतिक जगत है उनको भी ऊपर उनके ऊपर भी चले जाते हैं वो
and obtain nirvana.
और उनको निर्वाण की प्राप्ति होती है उनको.
But the devotee acted by knowledge, jnana bhakta,
लेकिन जो भक्त हैं जो है ना ज्ञानी है
the devotee acted by pure devotional aptitude, Shuddha Bhakta,
लेकिन जो पूर्ण से जो शुद्ध भक्ति करते हैं और पूर्ण शुद्ध ज्ञान है जिनके पास वो शुद्ध भक्त कहलाते हैं.
the devotee imbued with loving devotion, Prema Bhakta,
और जो जिनके प्रेम और भक्ति है जिनमें तो वो है ना प्रेम भक्ति कहलाते हैं भगवान के प्रेम भक्त कहलाते हैं.
the devotee acted by pure love, Prema Parabhakta,
तो लेकिन जो पूरा उनको शुद्ध प्रेम है भगवान से वो प्रेम भक्त कहलाते हैं.
and the devotee impelled by overwhelming love, Prematura Bhakta,
तो पूरा एकदम पूरा जो उसमें पूरा लीन हो जाता है भगवान के प्रेम में वो है ना जो प्रेम भक्त कहलाते हैं वो.
who serve the majesty of Godhead,
और वो है ना हमेशा जो कृष्ण का जो है उनके जो जितना जो उनका सम्मान मेजेस्टी मीन्स उनका जो भी जो सम्मान है आदर है उनको भी उनके भी ऊपर उठ जाते हैं वो.
had the locations and Vaikuntha, the transcendental of Sri Narayana.
और ये जो है ना जो सम्मान के साथ बहुत हाई लेवल स्तर का जो उच्च स्तर का जो सम्मान जो करते हैं वो फिर वैकुंठ लोक में जाते हैं जो भगवान का.
So the devotees who are imbued with all love and who walk in the footsteps of the spiritual mates of Braj,
तो इसलिए जो बहुत सारे जो भक्त हैं वो पूरा भगवान के से प्रेम करते हैं और उसके द्वारा पूरा उनका जो जीवन उसके ऊपर समर्पित है प्रेम के ऊपर ही.
you know, the spiritual mates of Braj are the gopis.
तो वो लोग ब्रज में निवास करते हैं जैसे कि गोपियां हैं गोपियां ब्रज में इसलिए वो निवास करते हैं उनके साथ में रहते हैं.
Only attain the will of Goloka.
तो ये लोग जो जिनको बहुत भगवान के प्रति पूरा हृदय में पूरा प्रेम है वो सब वहाँ के ब्रज में उनके साथ में रहते हैं भगवान.
The different locations of the devotees in Goloka according to the respective difference in nature of their rasa.
इसलिए जो उनका अलग अलग उनका जो स्थिति है अलग अलग भक्तों का उनके जो किस रस में है वो किस रस में उन भगवान से प्रेम करते हैं वो उस प्रेम रस का वो आनंद उठाते हैं वो भक्त.
So this mellow quality are settled by the inconceivable power of Krishna.
तो इसलिए जो जितने भी जो ये उनमें जो गुण होते हैं वो भगवान का ही शक्ति का ही देन है वो.
So the pure devotees following the devotees of Braja and those following the pure devotees of Navadvip.
तो इसलिए जो है ना जो शुद्ध भक्त है वो या तो उनके ब्रज में या ना फिर नवद्वीप में जाते हैं.
So are located in the realm of Krishna and Gaura respectively.
तो इसमें जो अगर ब्रज में गोलोक में कृष्ण है और गौर है गौर लोक में उनके है नवद्वीप में.
So according to this description of Srila Jiva Goswami, translated by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati in the Brahma Samhita,
तो ये ब्रह्मा संहिता में जो है ना उन्होंने जो ब्रह्मा जी ने बोला है उसको श्रील भक्ति ठाकुर ने उसका अनुवाद किया है.
so it's giving the whole different levels from, you know, from Patala Loka to Brahma Loka, and then the whole process to come to Prematura Bhaktas, to come to the level of Goloka. It's a huge way to go on the process of purification to reach the goal of Prema Bhakti, or pure love for Krishna.
तो इसलिए जैसे भी यहाँ पे जो भक्ति साधु सिंधु वगैरह में भी जैसे लिखा गया है कि कैसे हम 9 विधियां हैं वो 9 विधियों 9 जो स्तर है 9 स्तर को पार करने के बाद ही हम है ना कृष्ण के प्रेम के स्तर पर पहुंचते हैं हम लोग.
So in order to come to this level of gradual advancement in Krishna conscious, I heard that Prabhupada say that the 90% of the spiritual advancement depends of japa.
तो इसलिए जो इसमें बता रहे हैं, गुरुपाद ने अपने अनुभव बताया कि ज्यादातर जो जितने भी लोग हैं वो 90% लोग हैं वो है जपा नहीं करते हैं.
Yes. So so many things to say about japa. They can really make you to understand the importance of this chanting in order to rise your conscience gradually to the higher spiritual planets.
तो इसलिए हमें जो अपनी जो ऊपर के अगर हमें पहुंचना ऊपर के उद्धव लोकों में, तो हमारी चेतना की भी उच्च स्तर की होनी चाहिए, उस स्तर की होना चाहिए जिस लोक में हम जाना चाहते हैं.
So, as in Brahma Sankirtan, in the text 5,
ब्रह्मा संहिता के 5वें श्लोक में बताया गया है
very esoteric aspect of the Gokula.
तो गोकुल का बहुत अच्छा इसमें वर्णन किया गया है गोकुल के बारे में.
So he say, the surrounding external plane of Gokula is described in this verse.
तो यहाँ में जितने भी जो गोकुल के वासी हैं वो हमेशा कृष्ण के साथ में उनके उनके धूल दूषित होकर उनके साथ खेलते रहते हैं.
Bring some pani, Prabhuji. Pani. Thank you for your translation. Okay, say, there is a mysterious quadrangular place named Shwetadvip.
तो वहां पे एक और जो स्थान है जिसको श्वेत द्वीप कहते हैं, जहाँ पे पूरा श्वेत ही श्वेत, सफेद ही सफेद है.
Surrounding the outskirts of Gokula.
तो यहाँ पे पूरे गोकुल के जितने भी जो हैं वो वासी उनके चारों तरफ घेरे रहते हैं उसको.
So Shwetadvip is divided into 4 parts on all sides.
लेकिन ये जो श्वेत द्वीप ये 4 हिस्सों में इसको बांटा गया है.
They are both Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha.
तो ये 4 जो है, 4 वहां पे जो है उनका जो विग्रह है, प्रद्युम्न है, अनिरुद्ध है, संकर्षण है और which both first is
Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarshan
अनिरुद्ध, प्रद्युम्न और संकर्षण
are separately located in each of these 4 parts.
लेकिन ये सब भिन्न चारों है ना, अलग अलग हिस्सों में अपनी अपनी जगह पे 4 हिस्सों में है. ये चारों लोग अलग अलग जगह पे स्थित है. ये
So these 4 divide abodes are enveloped by the 4 fourfold human requirements.
तो ये जो 4 जो है ये इस तरह से इसका संरचना की गई, इस तरह से इसको विभाजित किया गया है कि ताकि हर किसी की अपनी अपनी जो चेतना, अपनी जो इच्छा के हिसाब से वो वहां तक उसका पहुंच सकता है.
Piety, wealth, passion, and liberation. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha.
तो ये सब धर्म, अर्थ, काम, मोक्ष से जो प्रभावित है उनके द्वारा भी इनको हमारा इनका वो करते हैं, आराधना करते हैं.
As also by the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Jayur Veda, and Atharva Veda.
और 4 वेद भी हैं, जैसे जो यजुर्वेद है, अथर्ववेद है, सामवेद है, ऋग्वेद है.
Which deal with the mantra and which are the basis of achievement by the fourfold mundane requirements.
तो ये जो 4 जो हैं ये मंत्र जिसके द्वारा जो जितनी भी जो जिनकी जो आवश्यकता है, अब कह सकते भौतिक आवश्यकता है, उनकी पूर्ति करने के लिए लोग इसका मंत्रों का उच्चारण करते हैं.
10 tridents are fixed in the 10 directions.
तो बाकी जो जितने 3 जो 10 जो दिशा में 10 जो है उनका जो उसका विभाजित किया 10 दिशाओं में इनको भी,
including the zenith and nadir.
और ये इनका जो लोक है जो कि जो नाभि में स्थित है.
So the 8 directions are decorated with the 8 jewels
और
of Mahaprabhu.
तो ये 8 जो है वो 8 जगहों पे इनको सुशोभित किया गया है, 8 दिशाओं में इनको और अलग उनके जो जो हीरे मोती हैं जो उनके उनके द्वारा आभूषणों के द्वारा उनको सुशोभित किया गया है।
So the 8 directions are decorated with the 8 jewels of Mahapadma, Padma, Sankha, Makara, Kachapa, Mukunda, Kunda, and Nila. Okay.
तो ये जो
no need to-
हाँ ओके
There are 10 protectors, Dikpalas, of the 10 directions in the form of mantra.
तो ये 10 दिशा में 10 मंत्र का उनका जो उच्चारण किया जाता है।
The associators of the hues of blue, yellow, red, and white
तो ये पीला और जो सफेद है और लाल ये जो इन 4 जो रंगों में इनको विभाजित किया गया है।
and the extraordinary potencies bearing the name of Bimala, etc., shine all sides.
तो जो विमला जो है ना जो इनकी जो शक्ति है जो बाह्य शक्ति है जो वो विमला के नाम से जो जानी जाती है।
So it's very interesting to know about these 4 quadrangular Svetadvip, where Deva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha reside.
तो इसलिए जो श्वेत द्वीप में जैसे जो प्रद्युम्न अनिरुद्ध संकर्षण इनके बारे में हमें जानना आवश्यक होता है।
Because from Vasudeva is coming Keshava, Naraya, and Madhava.
तो ये वासुदेव से केशव नारायण और माधव ये आए वासुदेव से।
For Sankarshan is coming Govindaya, Vishnave, and Madhusudan.
तो ये जो संकर्षण से जो मधुसूदन और वैष्णव है और मधुसूदन वैष्णव एंड देन श्री राम संकर्षण।
For Sankarshan, Govinda, Vishnave,
Govinda.
and Madhusudan.
ओके गोविंद वैष्णव मधुसूदन 3 आए हैं संकर्षण से।
And from Pradyumna is coming Rishikesaya, no, Trivikramaya, Vamadevaya, Sridharaya.
तो ये जो 3 जो इसमें जो प्रद्युम्न से 3 आए हैं तो श्रीधरा है ऋषिकेश है और श्रीधरा ऋषिकेश एंड देन त्रिविक्रमा है।
No, Trivikramaya, no. Rishikesaya, no, Trivikramaya, yes, Trivikramaya,
हाँ
Vamadevaya, and Sridharaya.
हाँ तो ऋषिकेश अमृत देवा एंड देन ऋषिकेश है।
And from Aniruddhaya is coming Rishikesaya, Padmavanaya, Damodaraya.
तो अनिरुद्ध में से जो ऋषिकेश पद्मनाभ नाभाय और दामोदर है ये आए हैं 3 आए हैं।
So, Srila Prabhupada required to us minimum to chant 16 rounds.
श्रील प्रभुपाद ने हमको बताया है कि हमें कम से कम 16 माला का हमें जाप करने का है।
Normally, the cosmic number is 64.
एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो जो जितना भी जो भूलोक जो है भूगोल है भूगोल वो 16 64 उससे बना हुआ है लेकिन यहाँ पे 16 प्रभुपाद ने हमको बोला है।
So when we set up every day the tilak, it's not just simple decorations, has very esoteric meaning behind.
हम ये जो तिलक को जो हम अपने शरीर में अलंकृत करते हैं सुशोभित करते हैं अपने शरीर को तिलक से तो उसका कोई वैज्ञानिक कारण है। ऐसा नहीं कि हम ऐसे सिर्फ श्रृंगार करते हैं उसका श्रृंगार के लिए नहीं उसका कुछ वैज्ञानिक कारण है कुछ और वो भी भक्तिमय कारण है उसका।
If you analyze, means Vasudeva implies Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, 4. And the other 3 also 4. Means in total they mean 16. Exactly the number of rounds that we are chanting, 16.
ये जो 4 जैसे हैं वो हम जो भगवान के 4 जो ये जो रूप है और 4 फिर उनके जो विस्तार है तो ये 4 गुणा 4 16 तो इसलिए हम लोगों ने इसके कारण हम लिए 16 माला रूपाद ने इसको बताया हमको 16 करना चाहिए।
And at the same time, every Vaikuntha planet has Chaturvyuya, 4 arms, 4 weapons.
तो जितने भी जो चतुर्व्यूह में 4 जो उसके जो इससे 4 हिस्सों में उसको बांटा गया।
So means 16 rounds plus 4 means 64.
तो इसलिए जब 16 है फिर 4 से अगर उसको हम गुणा करते हैं तो 64 हो जाता है। 16 into 4 तो इसके लिए 64 हो जाता है।
Of course, in our days, we are in Kali Yuga, we are living in the cities, we have families, we are worried about many simple living things.
तो हम क्योंकि ग्रस्त लोग हैं, हम शहरों में रहते हैं, हमारे बहुत सारी आवश्यकताएं हैं, अपने परिवार को पालना है, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, बहुत सारे उत्तरदायित्व हमारे पास।
It's almost impossible to be in this mood, to be completely absorbed in 64 rounds and the meditation of the Vaikuntha planets.
इसलिए वैंकुट लोक जो ग्रह का है, वैंकुट लोक का हमें उसकी जो चेतना, हमेशा उस चेतना में रहना थोड़ा कठिन लगता है हमें।
So in this level in our days, only Babajis can be absorbed in such mood. They can do it. Like Haridas Thakur, he was completely absorbed in chanting.
तो जैसे तो सिर्फ जो बाबा जी लोग हैं, यानी जैसे हरिदास ठाकुर है, वही पूरे इसमें पूर्ण रूप से पूरा मग्न हो सकते हैं भगवान के जो पवित्र नाम में। जैसे हरिदास ठाकुर पूरा मग्न हो गया था पूरा उनके भगवान के पवित्र नाम में।
Actually, we know that Haridas Thakur was the incarnation of Lord Brahma.
तो आपको मालूम है कि जो हरिदास ठाकुर है वो ब्रह्मा जी की अवतार है।
So he was completely absorbed in the chanting of the holy name, going beyond these 64 rounds. He was chanting like 190 rounds, something like that every day.
तो इसलिए वो देखा जाए तो इससे जो हमारे जो शारीरिक स्तर का जो लेवल है, जो इधर का जो इस पृथ्वी लोक का स्तर, इससे काफी ऊपर चले गए थे। क्योंकि हमारा तो हम 64 माला, लेकिन वो तो 192 माला करते थे वो।
So now when we chanting, I want to speak something about this importance of the japa and the daily basis. You know, the word. Yes.
मैं आज कुछ जपा जो डेली, क्योंकि हमारे दिन प्रतिदिन की दिनचर्या में जपा महत्वपूर्ण, इसलिए जपा के बारे में कुछ मैं आज बताऊंगा।
You know, when we speak about mantra, we know the mantra means mana and tra.
तो हम जैसे बोलते हैं मंत्र, तो मंत्र उसका मन और त्र, ये दो उसके संधि विच्छेद करेंगे तो।
But when we speak about japa, we don't know what means ja, what means pa.
लेकिन हम जपा जप करते हैं तो उसमें जो जपा का मतलब नहीं मालूम है, जय का मतलब क्या होता है, पा का मतलब क्या होता है।
So ja is coming from jamma, birth.
तो जय है वो जन्म में से आता है, मतलब जो हमारा जो जन्म होता है उसमें।
And pa is coming from pavarga, means the path of entanglement.
तो प का मतलब प वर्ग, तो प वर्ग मतलब जो हमें ऐसा रास्ता जो हमें बांधता है, जो और बांध के रखता है, हमें उलझा के रखता है।
So by performing this yagya, you know, like Krishna said, between the yagyas, I am the japa. So by performing this this japa, one is going beyond birth and death.
तो इसलिए जो कृष्ण ने से बताया है कि मैं जो जितने यज्ञ में उसमें जपा हूँ, तो जपा है क्यों, मतलब कहने का मतलब अगर आप ये मेरा जब ये नाम लेते हैं तो मैं उसमें आपको इससे जो संसार से आपको मैं छुड़ा के लेके जाता हूँ, इस भौतिक संसार से आपको छुटकारा दिलाता हूँ।
So you must understand the importance to perform japa.
इसलिए हमें ये जो जपा का क्या महत्व है वो हमें समझना चाहिए।
When we take initiation from our guru, we promise to chant 16 rounds minimum.
तो हमें जब अपने गुरु से जब दीक्षा ली थी तो हमने उनको वचन दिया कि हम कम से कम 16 माला जाप करेंगे डेली।
We don't promise to chant 24-hour kirtan every day.
हमने उसको ऐसा नहीं बोला कि हम ना 24 घंटे सिर्फ कीर्तन करते रहेंगे, ये हमने वचन नहीं दिया गुरु को।
No, because you know some line in our Krishna consciousness is going more in the mood of kirtan, but they forget the japa.
तो तो हमारे कृष्ण भावना अमृत में कुछ भक्त है वो हमेशा कीर्तन करते रहते हैं और उसको जपा को भूल ही जाते हैं।
So we are compromised with our guru by chanting daily 16 rounds minimum.
तो हम इसलिए हम जो गुरु का जो वचन जो हम उसको पूरा करने के लिए हमें कम से कम 16 माला प्रतिदिन जपा करना है।
Some devotees they have difficulties to manage this 16 rounds every day, but Prabhupada give us the way.
तो कुछ भक्तों को ऐसा लगे कि 16 माला ऐसे क्या जाप करेंगे, तो लेकिन प्रभुपाद ने उसका रास्ता बताया कैसे 16 माला करने का।
So Prabhupada says when he was in Grihastra, he was chanting 8 rounds before breakfast.
तो प्रभुपाद बता रहे हैं कि जब मैं घर से था तब है ना 8 राउंड मैं नाश्ते के पहले करता था,
4 rounds before lunch,
और 4 माला वो दोपहर का खाने के पहले करता था,
and 4 rounds before dinner.
और बाकी जो बचा हुआ 4 माला है वो रात्रि का जो मेरा जो भोजन है उसके पहले मैं करता था।
So he was making the 16 rounds complete.
और तो इस तरह से वो टोटल 16 माला जाप करते थे।
And this instruction was like a 4-4, was not say chant 3 and 5, you know. So this number of 4 are very cosmic in relation with the performing of the japa. Everything is very esoteric.
इसलिए ये भी जो 4-4 का जो इन्होंने जो किया है 4 के हिसाब से पहले 8 फिर 4 है 4, तो इसका भी कुछ अर्थ होता है, इसका भी भक्ति में जीवन में इसका कोई बहुत अच्छा अर्थ होता है।
Now, when we perform japa, we got these beats, tulasi beat.
तो हम जब जपा करते हैं वो तुलसी के मणि के ऊपर हम करते हैं।
So these tulasi beats are very important in our Vaishnava line.
और ये तुलसी के जो हमारे जो मणि है वो तुलसी के जो बीज है वो हमारे वैष्णव के लिए बहुत महत्व रखता है।
Some people they forget or they neglected to chant with tulasi beats, and then they use this kali japa, click, click, click.
लेकिन कलयुग में ऐसा हुआ कि जो लोग है ना तुलसी के मणि के ऊपर जपा करना भूल गए और वो कली का जो क्लिकर है क्लिक उसके ऊपर क्लिकर के ऊपर करते हैं जपा।
Actually, this is like a big offense in relation with Tulasi Devi.
तो ये बहुत बड़ा अपराध है तुलसी के चरणों में अगर हम ऐसे क्लिकर के ऊपर करेंगे।
You know, Krishna don't accept any food if it's not any leaf of tulasi in each preparation.
तो कृष्णा कभी भी कोई भी जो खाद्य पदार्थ को स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे अगर हम उसमें तुलसी का पत्ता नहीं डालेंगे तो।
And then when we come into the temples, in our Vaishnava temples and Vrindavan, for instance, when we come inside the temple, instead to go directly to the deity, we go around Tulasi. And then after pay respect to Tulasi, we come to have a darshan from the deity.
तो इसलिए जब हम जाते हैं किसी भी अगर आप देखेंगे हमारे इस्कॉन के मंदिर में जब जाएंगे तो पहले आप है ना डायरेक्ट सीधा अर्चवेग्रह के पास नहीं जाते, आप पहले तुलसी महारानी को जाके प्रणाम को उसकी परिक्रमा करते हुए फिर हम अर्चवेग्रह की तरफ जाते हैं।
Similarly, we have these kanti beads, and then because the Krishna is coming from the sun, is coming from the throat, you know, we need to feel the presence of Tulasi in our fingers and in our throat. And then by being conscious of that, we can start chanting the holy name, and Krishna said this chanting.
तो इसलिए जो क्योंकि हमारा यहाँ पे जो कंठी माला में जो आप देखेंगे ये तुलसी तो है तो क्योंकि हमारा जो जप हम करते रहो कृष्णा हमारे कंठ में से आते हैं इसलिए उनके संपर्क में रहते हैं कृष्णा हमेशा तुलसी के जो है संपर्क में उनका संपर्क बना रहता है।
So you can understand how important is the presence of Tulasi in the process of performing the japa.
इसलिए हमें बहुत ज्यादा महत्व हमका मालूम होना चाहिए कि जो हमारी तुलसी का जो उपस्थिति है तुलसी का रहना इस विशेषकर जब जपा करते तो तुलसी के ऊपर क्यों करना चाहिए।
Okay, so we can glorify Tulasi by singing Tulasi Artik and then make some kind of flexible mood. Sri Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo. Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sadhaye Navasi Namo Namo. Je tumhara sarana loi tara vacha purna hoi. Kripa kori koro tare Vrindavana vasi Namo Namo. Moraya Vilas, Vilas Punye Diova, Nayaneri Vosada, Yugala Rupavasi Namo Namo. Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo. Deni Vedana Daro Sakira Nuvata Poro Sevadi Koro Diye Koro Miya Nasi Namo Namo. Nina Krishna se koi enamora hoy. Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sadhaye Navasi Namo Namo. Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Tulasi Devi, Jaya Tulasi Devi, Tulasi Devi, Jaya Tulasi Devi, Jaya Tulasi Devi, Tulasi Devi, Tulasi Devi, Jaya Tulasi. Jaya Pinde, Jaya Pinde, Jaya Pinde. Jayo Pinde, Jayo Pinde, Jayo Pinde, Jayo Pinde, Jayo Pinde. Shrimati Tulasi Devi Maharani ki.
Jai.
Everything okay? Yes. So now, is there any questions? We should have questions or not?
Yes. Prabhu.
Yes, sir. I request
Very
the devotees to put their questions in the chat box or raise their hands in case you want to ask something.
Okay, Prabhuji, they are now suppose one Maharaj is to come in our Bhakti Vishwambar Maharaj. So he is to tell that Tulsi can beats this Kantimala, anybody can wear. Even if they are eating non-veg or onion, garlic, they are eating. So it will purify them and slowly they will come to the understanding. But when we hear from other ISKCON devotees, so many places that until unless we follow for regulative principles, even we don't eat onion, garlic, those people only they can wear Kantimala. So what is actually the exact, which is one the correct? Whether the people who are not eating onion, garlic, they only can wear, who are eating prasadam and following four regulative principle, or anybody can wear this Kantimala. So which is the correct one? Actually?
Well, it's like in our Paramahansa vision, it's painful to see someone is wearing tulasi when he's eating meat or drinking alcohol, right? It's not make you feel like a tulasi become degraded. But actually, tulasi is pure. So even if that person that is wearing the tulasi, by wearing the tulasi like a kanti, gradually can help it to change. So, we live in Vrindavan, and Vrindavan we have very high standard. Under my point of view, for me, it's painful to see someone don't follow and then when it's tulsi, But in another side, we understand that if that person wearing tulasi can have the chance to change his life too.
So which one is the correct, Miss? Whether because some people they ask me, as I am also preaching, the new people they come and they ask me that I want to wear this Kantimala. So, but of course they are new, so sometimes I get confused what to tell. Whether to tell him, okay, you can wear Kanti or not. The new people who join, suppose our program, they come online class, they come. So what should we tell them, new people who are want to wear?
Try to understand how Prabhupada came to the West, with the idea even to accept meat eaters to chant the holy name. Of course, the quality of people that came to Srila Prabhupada, even they were hippies, but they were very pure souls, and then they immediately give up to eat meat. But Prabhupada was ready to accept them too, So if Prabhupada was accepting this kind of people for lower class, we must understand that Prabhupada came to give culture. And then give culture means also to give tulasi kantis. It's part of the culture of a Vaishnava culture. So, and then in the Lord Chaitanya movement is, only see the good things that we can do. So it's like we must understand that by being flexible and be, positive minded, we can expand Krishna consciousness besides the all difficulties of Kali Yuga.
More faster way we can expand. But some people they like it to wear this Kantimala, new people especially. So if we tell them no, don't wear, then sometimes they stop coming even in the I cannot follow all these rules regulations, so better I will not come in the program. That's if you tell them no, don't wear this Kantimala, and because you are not following principle, so they stop coming even. No, ISKCON I cannot come ISKCON because I cannot follow this rules regulations.
Prabhupada, before everything, he gave the nectar of the Krishna book to make people attractive and listen to Krishna book, all nectar. This means that before all administration behind the whole regulative principle, before everything, Prabhupada was giving philosophy in Krishna. People was gradually taking up all teachings of Prabhupada. That was a gradual process. And then, we are expanding Krishna consciousness, and then we are always like a beginner. We are pioneers and everywhere. So we must be very patient and tolerant and try to give whatever we can give in Krishna consciousness. And then part of Krishna consciousness is to give blessing. Another thing is, if you give a japa japa, in the beginning you give like a neem beats, and then when the person are practicing, and then you give tulasi at the time of initiation,
So we can be better further in the means from the intention of the expanding Krishna consciousness. If somebody asking, okay, I want to wear, let him wear tulsi beads. If from the point of view expanding the Krishna consciousness for the new people, tomorrow if we tell him the rules regulations, maybe he will not come to ISKCON. At least he should continue to come, to let him wear the tulsi bar until he become little matured and little serious. Then we can tell him the regulatory principle and all this thing.
Right. It's better to give the nectar of Krishna consciousness, what is the substance of Krishna consciousness, to make everyone happy, and then gradually everyone will be on the right path. Take time. It's like when Prabhupada got the pioneers, the disciples, they were wearing long hair. There was, and then through New York and California, there was no rules and regulations. They were just keeping going, And then when they came to England and then realized that Prabhupada, about the idea to shave up the hair, and then they started to do Harinam in the streets with saffron clothes and shaving heads, and then become very popular, very famous all over the England. You know what I mean? It's like they took the steps by the spontaneous love to Srila Prabhupada, not because Prabhupada told him, no, you must do that, you must do that, you must wear it, you must. Prabhupada never said that. Jesus, Prabhupada was accepting them, whatever good they could do for Krishna.
Prabhupada never told any rules and regulation that, okay, you have to do like this, you must do like this, and automatically by his behavior he changed them, correct?
Yeah, gradually they changed. Of course, there was the rules was there, but Prabhupada was accepting them as they were there according to the conscience they have. So the conscience was changing by taking Krishna Prasad, by chanting the holy name, by being in association with devotees, by doing service. So the whole thing changed. But Prabhupada was very tolerant and patient with all of them.
Hare Krishna. Deepak Rohira Prabhu has got a question. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Thank you a lot for sharing a wonderful nectar. Prabhuji, I have two questions. First is with regards to, both questions are with regards to japa only. First question is like when we face any material challenges in life, like we have been consistently chanting 16 rounds on a daily basis after coming to Krishna consciousness, but as soon as we face some material challenges, we lose that consistency of chanting. So how we can maintain that consistency even facing material challenges also? How we can keep those 16 rounds happening daily, going on daily basis? That's my first question.
In the process of Krishna consciousness, there's Amrita, Srila Rupa Goswami mentioned about Usaha, Nishchaya, Dharya. You need to be very enthusiastic and with determination. In the process of Bhakti Yoga, you have so many difficulties on the path because Maya is testing you, your sincerity and your determination toward Krishna. So even after 40 years in Krishna consciousness, you are going in limit situations that you are tested in different ways in order to progress. So by our enthusiasm and determination, we can inspire many people. And then when they are, like a weak, and then like a block, and we can inspire to find a way to inspire to keep going. And then gradually they will start to walk by themselves in the process of bhakti.
Okay.
But we need to be always enthusiastic and with determination, knowing that this process is working, that this process is real, that this process is amazing. Every day when we chant in our rounds, it's ever fresh. It's, like so many things are going on. And then how the relation with the devotees become sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. So it's like a really something that is always, every day, you can have good reason to keep going. Like Prabhupada was for us, was like an exemplary. When we meditate on Prabhupada, in every stage of his life, he was exemplary. Right?
Right.
Govinda Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm having a second question. Second question is like after having a proper sleep also, like when we go for a sleep for like say 6 to 7 hours, after doing a complete rest and after having a proper sleep as well, when we start I'm talking about myself only particularly. When I'm doing chanting, still I feel very sleepy. Like after having a complete nice rest also of 6 to 7 hours, then too like while chanting, I feel very sleepy. So how to do? Is there any kind of prayer while before starting a chanting? We should do any specific some kind of prayer, so we should keep away from sleep or something like that.
We need to keep the tongue dancing. You know, Srila Rupa Goswami said that Krishna is dancing in the tongue. So the tongue is like a muscle, and then there's the intelligence, implying intelligence to act it. So this action, because it's belongs to the intelligence, is higher to the mind. So this chanting by fixing, make the tongue conscious of that Krishna dancing in your tongue, don't allow you to sleep, you know. And then if I will explain a little bit of this, you know. When we say Krishna, Krishna is coming from the throat, and Na is going to the palate. And then always that the tongue is dancing, and Ra, Ma is coming here. So the chanting is coming like this, from the throat to the nose, so it's coming like that. If you are just serving to the name, Namanami, we need to serve to the name. So this means we are chanting, serving to the name. If we are serving to the name by moving the tongue, dancing, we cannot fall asleep. You understand? So this is you need to find a way that you can serve the name, because otherwise we are chanting automatically, and then the mind become more powerful, and then we get the energy of the mind, and then it's taken away for the chanting. So the nature, the real nature of the names, the holy name, never can become manifested about the mind. The mind always is about. So it's like a namaparad. We have the name of chanting with the fences. So we need to know how to serve the name, Namanami. And then by serving the name, we don't fall to sleep.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
We have one more question from Govinda Prabhuji. You had a question. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam. Is not
Yeah,
a question. I just want to thank Prabhu, so kind to give us darshan. I just want to recollect our memories. In around 90s, we didn't have this digital age. So in those days, we got only the cassettes. And
Yeah.
so the cassettes of Atmaram Prabhu with the wonderful music of Damodar Ashtakam and so many songs. So I just wanted to thank Prabhu for an amazing inspirational music given to us in the very, very early days of our Krishna consciousness. I just want to thank
that
so much.
you have, that CD you have, you can just show the picture. Well, I don't have it. I was looking for it now. It's in India, actually, unfortunately.
I have the cassette. Those days were cassette days. Tape. Those days are tape days. It is not CD days. Those tape days. I'm sure it's not an easy one for Prabhu to make production in those days.
It's cutting. It's cutting.
Yeah. No problem.
What's cutting?
Yes, and the voice went away.
Prabhu, can you say a few words about your recording days of those cassettes of those days?
Well, you know, I was a brahmachari at that time. For the Radha Govinda tape, I was in the 90s, 92, 93.
Yes.
Actually, I have very difficult situation and in relation with my spiritual life and different things. So this tape was like a taking shelter of Krishna and the mood of separation, because I was 10 years without playing guitar. I was in brahmachari life, you know, just playing kartals, harmonium, and mridanga, but I was not playing guitar at all for 10 years. So one time I was on the way to Mayapur. I stopped in Varanasi, you know, like a middle from Vrindavan to Mayapur, middle way. And so I was on the Ganga side, on the Ghats, sitting on the sunset, and some people was with guitar. So I pick up the guitar and I start to sing Krishna songs. And then they become mesmerized. They really like it. And then they close their eyes when I was singing. And then they asked me, do you have any tape with your songs, with your music? So I understood this, that maybe it was my time to do something for Krishna by using the guitar in his service. So and then I was thinking to record Krishna's songs, and then I did it. I did with the, you know, with the basic songs in our Krishna conscious, you know, like Guru Vastakam, and now I also some compositions like from Bhagavad Gita, Maya Dhyasena Prakriti, and then like that, you know, Chittadarpanam. And somehow I get so much mercy by this tape, because it become very popular all over the ISKCON. Even they went through China, and many people become devotees because this tape in China, you know. There was the copy of the cassette. The quality of the sound probably was terrible, but it still was there, no? And then from that, you know, I just came to the next, like a Vaishnava songs, and then I composed the whole thing for Six Astakam. That's what was really well welcomed by the devotees, like that. So now I have 10 CDs.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you for a very kind contribution and inspirational musics for all of us. Pranam, pranam, pranam.
Atmaram Prabhuji, is there any YouTube link or something that devotees could hear your songs now, that or any link that they could go into?
You know, things have been changed since the pandemic started. You know, like 2 years ago, then my web page took away, and then things are not. So I am not, because I am living in Vrindavan. I have my neighbors are the family of 60 monkeys around me, and then I have the cows. So I am 1 minute walk from the temple. It's very convenient. I am in the middle of Raman Reti. I feel very blessed, you know. But this mood made me completely disconnect with the West and the mood of technology. So I have no web page now, and then I don't feel the mood to make it up, you know. Maybe I should, you know, like a question of service, but it's not because I feel it. You know, my mood now is be absorbed, really completely absorbed in chanting, and be in association with the devotees and the Dham, you know.
Hari.
So I don't know. I really don't know what is going on with my thing.
Okay, but if possible, there is a link, then it will be nice. Maybe we can, you know, some devotees can put a donation there also, and, you know, use that link, something of that sort, you know, which can be made. They can listen.
You know, for this, I send, you know, my PayPal, Bhakti Records at gmail.com.
Yes. I already circulated that. I'll also put in the mail also in today and send it. But if you can give some songs that they can listen to also, it will be very nice, remote, because I unfortunately don't have the copy with me here. Otherwise, I would have made a copy and given to everybody. So it's such wonderful. As Govinda Prabhu said, we all were inspired by that great nectar of yours. And I request you to also sing Radhe, that famous song of yours, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. If you can end with that, we want to hear from you.
Let's see. Okay. You know, these things of technology that being Vrindavan is like beyond my control. I cannot control anything. Maybe if I could live in the West, maybe I could manage, but here like it has no meaning, But I should consider it too, because whatever I have, I know that has the power to change the heart of people, because Krishna is present there. So it's like a question of I should do something to it. Okay. So you want to just finish now, or should we keep going?
If you can sing, it'd be nice. Yeah. Radhe Jaya Jaya.
This one or Radha Govinda?
I mean, I leave it to you, Prabhuji. It's good.
Which one means? Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Maite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Maite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radharati Vardhana Vese Hari Niskuta Vrindava Vipinase Radharati Vardhana Vese Hari Niskuta Vrindava Vipinase Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Maite, Radharati Mandala Maite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Savanudadi Nashashileke Lalita Sake Gunavamita Visake Savanudadi Nashashileke Lalita Sake Gunavamita Visake Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Maite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Maite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Mai Karuna Varite Sanaka Sanata Varita Charite Karuna Mai Karuna Varite Sanaka Sanata Varita Charite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhavada Sri Radha Madhava ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you so much, Nectar Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Something more? Something else? Everything's okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. I think I don't want to take much of your time more because you're already busy with so many things. And maybe in future, maybe we can have a session only for kirtans, something like all the songs. Is it possible? I could schedule something like that.
What? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Maybe in the future, if whenever you have some time for us, maybe you could have a singing session only, from your side with all the songs that you may prefer to sing. If it is possible like that.
Yes, I can be very happy to be with you again anytime. Anytime is related with Krishna is so much pleased. So you give me the chance to be useful in my life. You make me happy.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. We will be in touch with you, and we'd like to pray. Is Mataji also there with you now, or is he traveled?
What?
Is Mataji there with you, Mataji?
Madrid. What?
Wife. He's talking about a wife.
Ah, my wife.
Hmm.
Kali Yuga. We are since 2014. We are split.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay, so I thought she was here, and so we would like to pray for you, Prabhuji, from Shamadesh. All of the devotees like to chant for you with Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
So thank you so much for your translation, Prabhu, to take care for me too. And then I hope that we can do another program in another time. There are much more things to say, about this chanting. Okay, thank you so much. Hare